Good day, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about bank secrets. My name is Victor Schaefer. I'm ranked #1 mortgage broker in my province for close to 10 years, and I'm in top 22 across all mortgage brokers in Canada. The reason I'm saying this to you, just want to make sure that you believe whatever the person is saying. He probably knows what he's talking about. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about bank secrets. And one thing is very important for me to understand. The #1 goal of any bank is to make money. I guess nobody is going to argue with me. And the #1 goal of every employee who works for the bank is actually make sure that the bank is happy to get the promotions and everything else. I definitely don't want to say that people who work for the banks are not honest people. It's not the case. I have many friends who work for the banks, and they're really good people, but there's one problem: conflict of interest. If you work for the bank, you have to do whatever the bank tells you to do. And I always like to prove, if I say something, I always like to prove it. And recently, something went through the news, which I want to show to you, that one person who works for TD Bank actually called CBC Go Public and complained about his situation. He didn't say who he is, but this actually went viral. And because he was saying that I'm forced to offer product which I don't believe in. And if I don't do it, the banks is not giving me promotions, I cannot reach my goals, I'm not getting bonuses, and so on. And guess what? It's not just TD Bank. Next day, lots of people called from other banks and said, we're in the same position. They are forcing us to do something which we don't want to do, but there's no way around, we have to do it. So why I'm telling this to you? It's very important for me to understand. Again, I know that we need the banks and so on, but I want to make sure that my clients pay as little as possible. And especially if you see a great deal on the internet, you better check into it. If it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. And check in the details. And I want to show you one example where I came across, because people called me and said, I will show you this. This particular case, CBC Bank is offering 1.5% interest rate. So I get many phone calls from clients and they're telling me, we found a bank who are offering 1.5% interest rate. Can you match or offer me a better interest rate? People call me about rates. I always say, do you want to get the best rates or do you want to save money? That's a total different road. Okay, if you want to save money, a lot more than just a little bit on interest rate, then I can show you a strategy where you can pay off your mortgage 2 or 3 or 4 times faster without changing your lifestyle. But today is not about this particular product. Today I want to talk to you about secrets that the banks actually not telling you during the time they're offering you a product. So I just want to show you this great deal, 1.5% interest rate. But here's the first problem I have. It's only for the first 9 months. After the ninth month, you will pay a different interest rate. So it's not for the entire term, it's only for the first 9 months. Second problem I have with this offer, it's only for 4 years. We always try to offer a client, if the client decides to go with the fixed rate, not variable rate, I always tell the client, you know what, in this case, just do 5-year rate. At least it's a real protection. If you do 1 or 2 or 3 years, then you're not really benefiting. If the variable rate will go down, you don't have any benefits. And you're not benefiting fixed rate because if the rates will go up, it's only 2 or 3 year term, you didn't really save anything. But what I see quite often that the banks are offering the clients 2-year or 3-year rate because they can offer a lower interest rate. Shorter term is lower interest rate because the banks don't have to keep the promise to give you this particular rate for 5 years. It's only for 3 years or 2 years. So my recommendation is always to go with a 5-year rate. But in this particular case, it's only 4-year rate. You know what's interesting? You don't even need to go and read the terms and conditions of this particular offer. The banks are obligated to show the effective interest rate. What will be the final interest rate? Not what the introductory rate is, but the final. In this particular case, it's right here. It was right on the website. The interest rate is 2.59. We at this time, and I'm on my side, on the broker channel, we offer 2.39 interest rate for 5 years. So here's the difference. 1.5 only for 9 months, 4 years, effective interest rate 2.59. My option was 5-year fixed rate with 2.39 interest rate. And this is not everything. Keep in mind, if you decide to break a mortgage for one of our big banks, like CIBC, TD, Scotia, all those guys, the penalty is like 4 times more than the lenders I do business with. So And if you think that you will stay in this house forever, believe me, you will not. Because 75% of the mortgages do not make it to renewal for many different reasons. It could be health issues, it could be employment issues, divorce is a big one. So, and the other reason, actually us, we call our clients, if the rates continue to go down, we call in the clients and telling them, look, it makes sense in your case to break your mortgage, pay the penalty, because you're losing the penalty, let's say $3,000, but you save in the remaining 3-year term, maybe $6,000. You cannot do this with banks because the penalty is so high. But I don't want to talk about penalties today. This is not the topic. There's another video you should look at the bank penalties. There's a huge difference between the banks and how the penalty is calculated. So look my other video, but right now I want to talk about this particular offer. Again, you see, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not. And let's just finalize the presentation today. We definitely need the banks. There's no way around. They're oxygen for our economy. And they definitely should make money. I mean, that's the nature of the business. I just want them not to make so much money with my clients. Okay? So whoever is dealing with us, definitely paying less interest rate. Not the lowest maybe, but the less interest rate than anybody else. And the bank's employee, one more time, great people, but they have to do whatever the bank tells them to do. Always pay attention to details. Okay? That's pretty much everything for today. If you enjoyed the presentation, you're more than happy to like and share. And until the next time on the virtual world.